Hey, Josh here from Cape Fear Constrictors, and you're watching Pet Project 2013. Welcome to Pet Project 2013. You might be asking yourself, what is Pet Project 2013? Well, I'll tell you. What I've been doing lately is recording the removing of the eggs, the cutting of the eggs, and the babies when they come out of their egg. And I've just been compiling that into one big video. That's great, and I know you guys love that. But with this series of videos, what I want to do is I want to take one female that I'm pretty certain is going to go on to lay egg. So she'll have significant follicular development and so forth. Basically, I'll just take you guys through each stage of the process. For this first video, what I'm going to do is we're going to ultrasound the girl. I haven't ultrasounded her for almost 4 weeks, so not really sure where she stands follicle-wise. So we're going to go ahead and take her out and ultrasound her, and I'll show you guys how I do that. The next videos in the series, I'll show her ovulation, I'll show how I do the egg boxes, maybe some updates during the incubation process. I'll do much more in-depth videos on cutting the eggs and the babies after they come out of the eggs, before they shed, after they shed, just so you guys will get a lot more detail in my process and how I do things. Quick interruption here. I know what you're thinking. Whoa, this guy is copying Ralph Davis. Now, Ralph did do the pet projects, and yes, Ralph inspired me to do these videos. Years ago when I found those videos, you know, they were great. It was really good to see how Ralph does his process, you know, everything from palpating the females to preparing the egg boxes to cutting the egg or seeing the babies out of the eggs. I don't see it so much as stealing as more of just being inspired by and trying to continue what he started. You know, Ralph hasn't done a pet project in 4 years, so it's not like I'm trying to steal his thunder or take views away from his videos or anything like that. He's not doing it anymore, so why not? It was a great idea, so let's keep it alive. This is my Bumblebee. She has been bred exclusively this season with the Coral Glow. So last time I measured her follicles, I believe she was around 21 millimeters. So if things are going our way, then she'll have much larger follicles this time. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the cameras for the ultrasound, and we'll get a sneak peek inside this girl. What you see here is a graph of the Bumblebee that we're about to ultrasound. What this graph shows is on the top, those orange ticks coming down from the top indicate every time she ate. You can see the graph is split into months from August 2012 until June 2013. And every time she has actually eaten is marked on there. And you can see her weight gain with the orange line graph. So you can see she was gaining weight through the end of summer and early fall and even into winter. And then towards the end of summer she was gradually going off food. The lower end of the graph, the purple ticks coming up from the bottom, are each witnessed lock. Like I said, she bred exclusively with the Coral Glow this season, so 4 locks with the Coral Glow. Now her follicle growth has been slow, to be honest with you. She really didn't have any sort of growth at all between November and January. The small decline there could be variations in how I took the measurements. I mean, it's between 5 and 6 millimeters, so there's not a whole lot of difference there. Then in February she had a growth of approximately, I don't know, 7 millimeters. It looks like that's around 12. Then she was pretty stagnant through March, and then she had a growth spurt into April, and then she was stagnant into May. Now what I'm really hoping to see this time is a spike. I want to see her close to 40 millimeters now, so that's what I'm really hoping for, and it's what I see typically in the females that go on to ovulate. I will see very rapid growth of follicles over a course of 2 months or so. Usually they're slow, and then they grow a little bit, and then once they hit that approximate 15 millimeter mark, they usually skyrocket and just grow till they ovulate in about 2 months. So maybe I'll put up a graph showing one of those females here. Alright, well here I am at the ultrasound machine. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. The way I ultrasound is I like to put the head of the snake into just a cloth bag. What I find this does, it makes it less likely for the snake to wander around while you're trying to ultrasound. I had a lot of problems when I first got started with snakes wanting to go everywhere, and it was very difficult to get them to stay still while you work. But by covering their head, that seems to calm them down. And it also reduces or eliminates any chance of you getting bit while you're doing this, which, while rare, does happen. Here. For the gallbladder, which is, that's your landmark, that's what you look for when you're ultrasounding. And then you move down towards the tail. These are going to be pretty big. Yeah, those look nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's looking like she has 6 nice sized follicles. Go ahead and find a big one. She's moving on me. The bag doesn't completely eliminate any movement, but it does help. This one's almost the biggest. I have a foot pedal here that will freeze the image. Now that I've got an image of her on the screen here, I can go ahead and clean off the ultrasound gel and put her back in her tub. We don't need her anymore for this process. Alright, and now the ultrasound machine has a feature that lets me measure follicles, so I'll go ahead and do that. So diagonally, looks like the first one was 40, the second one was 34. So I'll just go ahead and say she's about 37, 38 millimeters, which is very good. So she had some pretty significant growth, which is what I want to see. She'll probably ovulate maybe 2 or 3 weeks. If she continues to grow, which she should. So I think that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys will enjoy watching the progress of this female go. You won't be able to skip the long wait like you do with my other cutting videos, but you know, I have to sit through all this and wait all this time too, so you guys can join me. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there's anything you want to see, any details of my operation you want to see that pertains to this project, go ahead and let me know that. Let me know what you think. I appreciate your comments, and I'll see you next time.